Welcome to another episode of World of Darkness DC. Right now, Sierra and Astra were having a plan to meet up with Daniel Field, CEO, because it seems like he knows some stuff and they know some stuff that might help each other out to further what might be going on within the city. So, right now, this is taking place at Arcane Books. Sierra's kind of going on a break, and she's basically waiting out near the front for Astra and Daniel Fields. Tim?
How are you guys?
That's your cue.
Yeah,
Not my key.
Ezra at least comes on in. This is the bookstore, right? You said?
Yeah.
Bookstore.
Yeah, fuck it. Ezra probably will sit down and probably start reading the book.
He'll head over to where Astra is and says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hello. I am well.
Pretty good. Glad you can make it.
I am glad to be here.
Hopefully maybe, she goes, hopefully we'll help with that. Did you bring the info?
No, I left it in a nightclub.
She kind of gets that you're joking. She's like, yeah.
As Ezra will say, I am terrible at English sarcasm.
She shrugs. Kind of gave it away.
Someone walks through the front door.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Selma. You see Sierra there with
Hello.
this. Have you met? Out of character, did Selma meet Astra?
Nope. Ezra
Nope.
has no idea who this person is.
Yeah. Well, you've seen her on the set, on the camera. She does wander around, but she's being kind of a loner.
Okay.
So, standard for, most Basset.
Okay. Yeah, okay. If she's also Bastet, Astra does smell like a Bubasti.
Mhm.
Not a pure breed. Get it.
Well, I know what the hell that is.
She
Yeah,
smells
it's not
like a
like
wizard cat.
Yeah. Like that.
Does Selma have pure breed?
No,
Oh, okay.
she's not purebred anyway.
That makes a lot of sense considering her circumstance. So Selma, have you met Astra?
No, I have not.
Well, why don't you guys get yourselves acquainted then? Astra, Selma, Astra.
Hello there.
Astra will stand up and, in a very extremely heavy Middle Eastern accent, she will say, "Hello. It is good to meet you."
Good to meet you also.
Awesome.
Where are you from?
Egypt?
Is that far away?
Pretty far away, yeah.
Pretty far away.
Another across the ocean.
What ocean?
As Astra puts two and two together and realizes this is a feline she's speaking to.
Normally, yes.
In Africa, right, Selma?
No.
It's like, let me pull up a world map here because I forgot my oceans.
Well,
Good,
you gotta-
have her days.
You gotta
Yeah,
think
no.
someone was raised in captivity.
Yeah. She's been raised in
Yeah.
captivity.
Yeah. Well, it's across the ocean to the east. And she points east. There's a continent full of cats there.
Wonderful. I'll have to put that on my reading list.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
In walks Daniel. Sasha, she just nods.
Looks to Daniel, and she kind of walks up and says, "Hey, Daniel.
Sierra?
Thanks for meeting with us.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to? Why don't we go into the back?"
Oh dear
Okay.
God.
Let me drop my book off first.
That was her intelligence roll, as Azra will say under her breath. I did not know Jason Statham went by the name Daniel.
Always gotta hit the face claims. Always gotta hit
I will do this every time.
them. And then we're gonna be going through it a lot.
So,
And that's enough to know exactly who Jason Statham is. My gosh, you could write papers about Jason Statham.
I
probably.
can change it up if you prefer, so that way we have someone a little more fitting for him.
Yeah, that's fine. You can leave that face claim. Probably gonna be the last time
He's
she
just an
mentions it.
NPC anyways.
No, it's not the last time. She'll mention this at least 3 more times.
Daniel will follow Sierra to the back.
So you go into the back room. There's a bunch of different. So you go with Sierra. You guys go with Sierra into the back room. There's all these different different machineries and different like cutting pieces and sewing machines and all sorts of books that are laid about. Some are stacked up. Some are put in boxes. It seems like she was working on this really fucking big one that she was repairing. That seems to be like several hundred years old for someone. It just looks like a big area to bind books and to keep some in storage. And she closes the door, and guys, this is Daniel. Daniel, meet Asra. She points to Asra, and you already met Selma.
Mm-hmm.
Someone nods.
So you called this meeting?
Yeah. I have a feeling you already know about the attack on the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Asra here got some. Look, we were basically thinking a lot of people who seem, that the whole thing was with child slavery and stuff like that, right?
I wasn't aware of that. I just heard about it.
Well, that
Been a
whole
little busy with the 2 companies I acquired.
yeah, sorry to put you under that, but this kind of has to do with that, sort of.
Okay.
It seems that based on what's going on, based on what happened, it seems that people were trying to, based on what we saw, blackmail really high-end, influential people and taking over their seats of power, basically.
Makes sense. Good
So
way to do it.
yeah, getting them to buy kids and then having their faces seems to be a good way to do that. Seems like police were already about to break in on the place once they had a good opportunity of it.
Well, I can say another big problem is the fact that these people would have, the people who ran this slavery would have to know about these particular, high-profile individuals. They would have to know that they have that kind of compunctions.
Well, also interesting to note is that there were government and workers of the government in there, and she shows the symbol of the military guy. You know what rank that is?
Commander.
So
He just looks.
So a commander of the military, and she also drew a sketch of the woman that was there. Do you have any idea who this woman is?
He looks at it. He looks at it again.
She'll describe what she wore, what she looked like. Sound anyone like you know?
A few people.
Okay, maybe we can narrow it down. Look,
Well, let's see. I can break it down even more. To have kind of military contacts. That breaks it down a couple more. to have the kind of resources to pull something like this off. Breaks it down a little more. I can think of 2 individuals.
All right, shoot.
Lady Anna Duquesne.
And I'm writing this down too. Maybe Anna Duquesne. And the second one?
Lady Amelia. Damn, you have to make a fucking last name. Amelia Draconian.
Interesting names.
Well, she's got an interesting past. Those are the only 2 within the city at this point in time that have that kind of power and influence.
Yeah. Well, the reason why we were thinking about that, whoever's behind all of this, these weird things that have been happening, you know, the shifters going missing, the child slavery, the Happy Times Toys doing some strange stuff, Pierce, Worthington, it seems like their MO is to take out very influential people of the city and take over their positions of power, either with clones, doppelganger, whatever, someone that can take that. You already know.
Well, it makes sense. I've
Well,
met Pierce a few times before everything went to shit. And then I've met him a little more recently, and something didn't seem right about him.
that wasn't Pierce.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Do you I have a feeling he's a supernatural something. Did you get any kind of vibe off of him, or you?
He said, no, not that I could tell. But then again, you've got to remember, you don't have to be supernatural to portray somebody. As long
That's
as you
true
know
too.
the look. I mean, I know plenty of, humans who could pull that off as long as they did enough research on the guy and knew exactly how he acts and stuff. But there are slight things that the real person will do that even somebody studying them might miss.
That's true.
I'm not saying it isn't a supernatural. I'm just saying I didn't get that feeling.
That's fair enough. Because the thing is you just bought Apple and Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what we wanted to tell you was you might be next. I don't like again. They might try, they can try, and I have it, and I know what you got. You have.
I'd laugh.
But hey,
I'd actually love for them to try. I would absolutely love that. I don't think they will, though.
good to at least have a warning ahead of time, you know.
Yeah, I really don't think they will. Because from what I'm gathering, I mean, Pierce, Worthington, and the others, they're all high profile, but not super high profile. Me just buying out those 2 companies put me in a level that they probably don't want to push.
Maybe, but you never know.
I mean, they'll try. Good luck to them.
I mean, you remember you told me something. I'm not sure if I can say it here.
Go ahead.
Well, you did mention that big thing that's coming. I might be a part of all of this.
What big thing?
He just knows. Might as well tell him. Might as well full disclosure, man.
Well, Daniel here told me that there might be something way out of our league that's behind all of this. Or at
It's
least
possible. Nothing's confirmed yet.
nothing's confirmed, but
there's a lot of suspicious things going on that leads me to believe there's more.
Astra, was there any questions that you want to ask Mr. Fields?
I will have to think. There are many things that I may want to ask.
Fair enough. I think for now, if you have footage of those individuals at the auction, it might be maybe Daniel here might know these individuals.
I do run in some pretty high circles. I probably might recognize them. Not saying I will. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
people like that, if they're high profile, high class or high profile, they're going to run in the same circles.
They were definitely high profile. They came in some pretty fancy vehicles.
Okay, and she'll go ahead and start presenting it.
Okay. He looks at the various. About half of them he points out as knowing. I'm not going to make a name for each and every one of them.
Yeah, you don't
he'll
have to.
he'll just give you 20 names.
What about
Some are
the
foreign diplomats that he specifically names off, and various countries here and there.
what about the woman here? These two individuals, I know they're Black Spiral dancers.
Hmm. You're gonna have to remind me which woman.
Remember the one in the green outfit that you put up?
That was Lady A. That was the one you had the description of, wasn't it?
Yeah, lady. Was that Anna? Is that Anna Duquesne or Amelia Draconian?
That's Amelia.
Do you know anything about her?
She's dangerous. And she's got a lot of money. She married into quite a bit of wealth.
Jeez. Fair
And
enough.
she pretty much runs that family because her husband died, he puts in quotation marks, under strange circumstances, but nobody questioned it.
Do you know if she has any? There are some interesting dogs. When I was in the Umbra, there were strange dogs that looked not normal, and they were with her. Do you know if she has any extraordinary abilities?
Not that I'm aware of, but that doesn't mean she doesn't. Or she may have people that do, and she's not even aware of it. She's human, and I'll tell you that.
She's human.
Just a very evil bitch.
Fair enough.
She's the kind that if you cross, expect to be dead within the next day.
So we have to be careful about that if we ever try to.
No.
Because here's the biggest thing. It was weird. I think they had a feeling something was going to attack that warehouse because immediately when it was attacked, they all managed to get out very easily. Even the Black Spiral dancers that were there. All that was left were the humans and the kids.
Well, that should tell you a lot right there.
Yeah. I guess the biggest thing is, what's been going on your end?
Lots of acquisitions, restructuring the companies a little bit, trying to keep most people with their jobs, although some I definitely have to fire.
Has there been anything weird going on with any of the higher ups that are close with you? Anybody that you might have suspicions of?
Well, Microsoft was the harder one to acquire. Apple seemed to be more willing once I threw enough money at them. Microsoft, I was throwing quite a bit of money at them, shit ton more than I did for Apple, and they still were kind of hemming and hawing about it. It wasn't until I had sources get some information that changed the tide.
But nothing regarding, the Shadow Presence. No one tried to attack or threaten you with liable threats?
They could try. I mean, I haven't done anything illegal.
Fair enough.
Everything I did in the acquisition of the companies was by the book. Believe me, I pay accountants very well, and I pay businessmen very well to
I know
give me
that.
sound advice.
It's just right now you're a very big target, and they seem to be going after everybody that has any kind of power in the city.
Well, it wouldn't be real wise. It sounds like, I mean, if they're pushing their luck that much, there's going to be issues down the road.
Definitely.
You can only try and influence so many people before you start crossing boundaries and lines.
Here's the thing. I don't know whether they were leaving that red herring for us or for somebody else, and we just happened to stumble in on it.
Who knows?
I mean, besides the footage and this information I'm telling you now, that's all we got.
Well, I can get you dossiers on most of these people.
I could help. Might be a good idea to give those to Asra. She can.
I have my people in high places get information on anyone I may be dealing with. Sometimes they're not so legal, but do what you can to make sure, you're walking into the proper situation.
Right.
They didn't get me anything on that kind of information, and I may have to kick some ass for that one.
If you don't want to get involved, you don't have to. But it seems just by what you just did by acquiring those two companies, you just put a big target on your head.
Yeah, and I put a big target on my head. I'm not so worried about it. When you're in a high-profile gig like I am, you expect targets. I mean, there's always going to be someone trying to take you out.
Yeah. But still, I know you have your connections, and I know what you are, so you definitely have.
My chief of
Working very
security
hard.
is pretty balls on. It took a lot, but I got him for, I see it as a
Remember,
steal.
they might not go. I mean, they may not be trying to go for we're gonna kill this guy and take him over. They might just try and destabilize your company from within and try and find an excuse to kick you out.
And they can try, but as I said, my chief of security is paid really well for what he does.
Fair enough.
He's always monitoring the heads of each department, making sure everything's going smooth. If anything strikes him as suspicious, he's immediately like a dog on the bone. I mean, he doesn't let go until he finds out what piqued his curiosity.
Fair enough. You may
He's
want to be
pretty
able to.
good
Then
about
you might
that.
want to keep an eye on him if if he might be influenced by anybody else.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I guess from what I've just seen so far, it's don't underestimate anything.
I usually don't.
Astra, you thought of those questions?
Not quite yet.
Fair enough. I guess for now, I could get you guys something to drink. Want anything? On me.
Daniel shakes his head. No, I'm good.
Astra?
I am fine. Thank you,
Oh.
though.
Selma?
I'm
You want
good.
anything? Well, I guess I'll just get some for myself. I'll be back. You guys talk. And so she leaves to get herself a drink.
Okay. Daniel won't say anything. He'll just sit there. He'll occasionally go onto his phone and text a bunch of things.
Believe it or not, Azra finally did think of the thing she wanted to say now. She will say, Microsoft and Apple.
Correct.
That is a historic feat.
It wasn't easy. I had to throw a lot of money their way. And ironically, Apple was more worried about their employees than Microsoft was.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't think that either. I figured Microsoft would be the bigger one, especially since the man who started the company was very big on making sure all of his employees were taken care of. Apparently those who took over, not so much. They were all about the bottom line.
Summer will look at Daniel and says, "Thank you for the book."
No problem. But since acquiring them, I've had to do some reconfigurations and reconstructions, and honestly, I'd probably bore you to death because it bores the hell out of me about what all had to be done on a micro level for each company. I'm trying to keep as many in their jobs as possible, if not making up new jobs for them just so they can stay. Not exactly easy.
I understand.
Okay.
Listening to all this stuff that doesn't have anything to do with me.
So, tell me, how does one such as yourself come into this position?
I worked it up for a long time. Kind of like a lot of the other people, well, a lot of the other ones who you can really tell would, earn their keep. I started off a small company, just trying to put out, my own brand of computer. As I started developing more and more, I was kind of an inventor, and I kind of grew from there. I got backing from some pretty expensive people, and they helped me, really get moving. After that, it was pretty much I just had to keep putting out a better computer system. And it wasn't much. I mean, once I found out what Microsoft or Apple were putting out, I put something, that was just slightly better than them. And, we've just been kind of in a race since then. And the difference is I put my computers at a more reasonable price than they did. I mean, I understand why they put their prices so high, but honestly, they could have cut out some of that price and still made a decent amount of change.
I just
Sure.
built my own at this point.
Sharon comes back and she has an apple juice for herself, but he has, water for everybody else. She just puts it on the table.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah, what
wants it.
Nazar said was, that's why I just built my own.
Yeah, it's much easier because they charge a bit. The good news is, uh, that my prices will be much drastically reduced now that I have those two companies. Because mainly my prices were so high just to keep in kind of competition. If I put it too low, I'd still, I had to make some kind of quota. Now that I don't have to worry about, the two other major factors, it's not such a big deal. Those were my two biggest rivals. I'm not going to take over some of the smaller companies. I'm going to let them grow, especially the ones that have really worked hard at it. There are people just trying to get into the business who, really have no right. I'll probably buy them out. But the ones who, busting their ass, and I do research on a lot of these little mom and pop companies, and some of them are worthwhile. Others, just looking to make a quick buck, and that's not what it's about. You won't get anywhere in this business, contrary to what everybody would tell you. At least I've learned you don't get anywhere in this business unless you have the heart for it. You really got to put everything into it and risk everything for the business.
That seems like what it is for most things. Gotta have your heart into
Yeah,
it.
well, majority of the big name companies don't really care. They're all about the bottom line and the money they can make.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
ain't that a thing?
I'm gonna end up selling most of my top of the line computers now at about $100 pop.
For real?
Top of the line, state of the art, $100. Fastest computers on the market.
She looks shocked. That's wow.
Well, I have other contracts to make up the difference, so it's not a really big deal. And I do other things besides just computers, so
Well, VR will be coming out sooner, that's for sure.
quite a bit actually. I expect within the next couple months VR to really start taking off. The VR is going to cost a little more just because of what's required, but it's still not going to be near as expensive as it would have been with everybody else.
Oh, it really seems like you did a good thing.
Oh, believe me, I'm catching hell for my stockholders. And then I remind them I still own 90% of the company.
Hey, that's one.
I ain't stupid. I didn't let everybody else do. I didn't do what everybody else did and let others buy up some.
Yeah, like where they have like they only own 51% of that company.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I am 90%.
I guess they just got a deal.
Yeah, they really do. Drives them nuts, though. I love pissing them off in meetings.
Yeah, from what I could tell when I see shareholder and stockholder meetings, they're she goes.
Well, they feel like they're deserving of that money when they didn't really earn it, as far as I'm concerned. So I make sure to make them regret every moment of that decision.
So
Does it make me enemies? Yeah. But can they do anything about it? No.
So I don't know if you did any searching on it, but anything come up about Happy Time Toys?
From what I dug up, they have a real sorting past. Real sorting.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of questionable practices. Like they skirt the law quite a bit.
Yep, they definitely do.
Yeah.
Because they were all their toys. About the worm, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
They're all tainted.
Nice.
It seems I have a feeling that they have involvement with Black Spiral Dancers and and what's going on with all of this.
Awesome.
Because I was told that if kids who weren't bought at the auction, they would go right back to Happy Time Toys.
Nice. That's awesome. That's cool. I can't stand child slavery to begin with. That just annoys me.
I can't stand slavery either, but kids, that's just
Mm.
that got me. Well, I think one thing that Ronnie, a friend of ours, was talking about, he said because it seems like these guys have guys on the inside, maybe an idea is to try and shake things up. I don't know, maybe do more unpredictable things. I don't know. Feed the canary, so to speak.
How's that?
Honestly, I just came up with I just thought of it now, so give me a second, she says. How would you do it? If you felt there were, I don't know, let's say corporate espionage. Put out fake leaks, I don't know,
Usually that's what I do. I put fake leaks to try and discover who's responsible for it.
Saying that you're going to go to a meeting when there's probably not going to be anyone there, or see who picks up on it.
Something like that. I mean, there are numerous ways I'd handle corporate espionage. It's happened. They've tried a couple times in my company, but as I said, I have a chief of security that really loves his job.
Fair enough. Again,
he's a little scary with it some days. I got to admit. I mean, he worries me some days about how.
Maybe you should double check some stuff. Maybe just be sure to double check some stuff about him. That's all I'm saying.
But I mean,
maybe he likes too much.
Yeah, when it came to attempts, usually we give them misinformation. Have somebody pretend to be a source on the inside that a source that was going to give up information. And then we handed it all in house. We never brought the authorities in because they don't usually like dealing with corporate shit. So we ended up dealing with the spies or the attempted spies. Most of the time, they just lost their job. And as soon as you're fired from my company, we change all the passwords, everything. Basically, we scrub the whole system and start fresh.
Seems like you already got that covered then.
Eh.
Maybe I was thinking this is an opportunity to do some restructuring in your company. Maybe. I mean, yeah, but you have employees that you gotta stick to. Maybe try to change the way the functions, how things function on the inside in different ways. Maybe
Like what?
I don't know about all our business stuff, so maybe that's not. If I knew more, that probably wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm still working on the restructuring since I bought the two companies, and
Huh?
we're doing thorough background checks. Even though they already did, I'm doing a little bit more thorough searches. Thankfully, due to some of the DoD contracts I have, I've made some friends with some generals, and they can pretty much dig up anything on anybody if I give them the right.
As far as I know, the corporate structure isn't the only one. I mean, I don't know about how you feel about Valve system or maybe other companies that might be out there. Maybe trying to set an example for a different kind of structure that doesn't really care about the bottom line might be a good one. Then you can kill two birds with one stone.
Hmm.
And it's a big thing, but seems like they're big forces out there. I need to make big changes to fuck with them.
Well, I do know there's a lot of other things going on, most of which don't concern you, thankfully.
I guess so. Just trying to make suggestions. You know, you're the guy who knows everything. You know your company better than I.
I don't know everything. I'll be the first to tell you I don't know everything.
Well, I mean,
I
about
just-
your own
I
company
just-
is what I'm saying.
But yeah, I mean, I just have a head for business, always have. And, I was trained to handle things a certain way.
Fair enough. So basically, what you're telling me is you got it covered.
I'm not saying it's 100% covered.
Not 100%, but
I'm doing the best I can with what I have available.
well, I guess that's all
There
I
are
can ask.
resources I can't tap into yet, that I will.
She nods. Honestly, unless there's, I gave you some of our information. You gave us what you got on the inside, and I now know who that is, so I can tell that to my people.
I will warn you, if you're going to go after her, you better be prepared. You better be
Yeah.
prepared to lose people. She's not going to play games. She's not going to be nice. Remember, as a
Yes.
human, there are laws she doesn't have to follow because she's got the contacts to cover that, as you've obviously been able to figure out.
She nods.
I will tell you, Black Wolf is not a company that's involved with the government.
That's the thing, because they seem to have been arrested a couple times, or their people.
But they have people in high places that paid off certain police officers to allow
Right.
that to get swept under the rug.
Do you think those government agents were laying a trap for those guys? Like, what do you think the commander has involved with this?
Well, I think the commander's just a rank they use within Black Wolf. I don't think that's.
But they have government plates.
You know the right contacts, you can fake government plates.
That's true too.
I could do it on my car outside. It doesn't mean anything. Most people, if they don't have the ability to check, won't check it. Unless I do something that draws the attention to the police or the FBI or something, I could drive around all day, even in that souped-up sports car out there, with government plates, and nobody would question it. They just think I'm some government agent who's got a really nice paycheck.
Astrid, do you think you can double check those plates?
I'd recommend it.
I can
If
give
they
it.
were work, yeah, if they had government plates, then that means they had to get them from somewhere. I mean, they are easy to make, yes, but to pull off where it draws less suspicion means they probably have pictures of government plates at least. And then they just change some numbers around so that way it's not the same plate.
Huh.
I guarantee if you do a check on it, they'll probably come back that those plates don't exist. I mean, think about it. You're driving around in vehicles that have government plates. Who the fuck is going to stop you? Even the cops won't look twice at it unless you're driving like an idiot or doing something that
Doesn't
draws
make
their
any
attention.
sense.
Yeah.
Right. And
I
wait a
mean,
minute. And I think
they
there
don't
was
think
a
anything
commander
about
that
it.
was a part of Black Wolf, Johansson. Maybe that was him.
Could be. I will tell you, most of Black Wolf's employees are either ex-military or, ex-special forces. So they're already trained to kill numerous ways. If they've even been given, a little bit of knowledge
Yeah. And
about the world of darkness, then you guys have problems.
it seems
But
like
they
they
can
were
figure
also
out
the
the
ones
rest.
that are kidnapping the kids in the first place. They use the toys to track the children.
Hmm. Well, that narrows it down. You don't find a lot of ex-military men that would do that. That would.
Yeah.
When it comes to kids, that is the one good thing. When it comes to kids, very few are willing to cross that line.
These guys really don't care, or
They either really don't care or they're paid really well. Or told some kind of bullshit lie. Something that they would find believable, which would take a lot.
well, there are banes in those spirits. I mean, in those toys. Maybe it does something to the kid to make him look off or wrong.
It's possible. I can't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess I'm just theorizing right here, right now. Anyway, well, I guess that's all I have to tell you, Daniel. I guess you got all to tell us. Unless you guys got any questions, she looks to Salma and Asra.
Yeah, someone doesn't look at it.
I think I'm good for right now, at least. I will run the plates again.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
See Daniel pull out one of his cards. See him take out a pen, write something on the back. Try using that algorithm.
Can do. Thank you.
Don't tell anybody where you got it from.
Got what?
I won't.
There you
I don't know what you're talking about.
go. That's backdoor access to better searches. Basically, I just gave you backdoor access to government searches. It's also a way that if you really want to fuck with these people, you put their plates on a list. Shut them down that way.
Out of character, Sierra. I don't think Sierra's ever seen Azra look this happy. She was just given government access. Oh boy.
It's limited. You can't, change tax rates or anything like that. It's just for plate searches. I use it occasionally when need be. My chief of security is the one who uses that more often. His contacts, I don't know where I honestly don't know what kind of contacts he has. But he gave me that one time when I wanted to check something and wasn't available to do. It works like a charm. You can pull up ancestors with that fucking information. If it's recorded somewhere, you can use that to find it. Because that taps into the DoD, Interpol, all kinds of systems. So.
She's just looking happier and happier. I'm gonna come out of this shit with so many allies contacts. right now. You don't even know.
But that would definitely get you what you need. If you need more in-depth information, my number's on the front of that card. Number and email contact.
Thank you.
It's much easier to use.
Will do.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Yep.
Appreciate meeting with us.
No problem. If there's anything you guys need, in any way, shape, or form, let me know.
Alrighty.
I still have some prototype computers that I need to find at home. He just not.
Someone looks at Daniel. Daniel,
Yeah.
now that I can read, thanks to you,
Mm-hmm.
is there any books that I should look into?
I learned about the history of the world first. Learn what all has gone through. I definitely learned about your particular uniqueness. I learned more about them.
Okay.
Pretty sure Jonathan has some books on it, but probably your best bet is to ask maybe some of your elders.
That's right, Astra. I should get Jonathan to bring you into the back.
Into the back?
Daniel just smiles.
There's some cool stuff there.
Oh, you got a virgin here. Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Azra blushes. Perception.
Perception, empathy.
Yeah, that's gonna pique Daniel's curiosity.
Oh, damn.
She probably is, actually.
Yeah, Daniel doesn't care. It probably is, but it's not a big deal to him.
Well, Sarah's probably with you on that one. Anyway. So, here.
Daniel, stand up. Alright, well, he looks at us and unfortunately... Fucking Jesus. Meetings. I spend more time fucking in a meeting than I do at my own goddamn house.
That sucks.
I don't even know if I have a house anymore.
Be
I
careful.
think I live in my penthouse.
Hey, be careful. Maybe someone's creeping up in that place.
Good luck.
She shrugs. I don't know. Someone has the balls to do
Your
it.
shots fired in the more expensive neighborhood probably was my guys. They're a little trigger happy.
Fair enough.
He gets up. Nice meeting all of you, and he walks out.
Let's go and introduce you to the back. That's right. She goes to Jonathan.
1 second, I'll switch over.
To introduce.
He's sitting in his office as usual.
She knocks.
Come in.
She comes in with Astra. Hey, Jonathan. How are you?
Good. What's
Well,
up?
just wanted to have you meet a new friend here. This is Astra.
Looks over at Ezra.
Hello.
I was just wondering if I could give Astra, if Astra has access to the books in the back.
I already told you if they don't have access, they'll know.
Fair enough. I just like to make sure, you know.
Robert keeps me updated on who's doing what on this set.
Fair
He
enough.
just smiles.
I'll keep that in mind. Anyways, so thanks for that. I'll go ahead and show her. She smiles.
Good meeting you. Have fun.
Jonathan,
Yes.
books about my ancestors.
Same room, not going to.
Alright.
So Sierra brings Astra to the back of the shop. You go down a hallway. You go into the back of the shop. Seems a lot bigger, right?
The room itself will seem a lot bigger when you open the door.
Yep.
And would it make sense? I mean, you pretty much walked most of the length of this place.
Mm-hmm. And she opens it. Head on.
Yeah, as you look in, that's a huge picture, basically as if you just opened the door to like the Library of Congress. Books everywhere, shelves stacking high. And common sense, you're looking at the room, you're looking around the building, you're like, no, this can't be right. Something doesn't make sense.
Sierra falls in behind you.
Ezra is also coming, because this is a strange place. Americans have very strange back rooms.
Well, this isn't exactly American.
As you walk through, yeah. Does Sierra walk first, or do you let Azra go?
I let Azra walk first.
Okay. Well, then Azra walk.
So, Azra, any book that you can think of as, especially ones that are a little bit more of our kind or other things, just think about it, and it'll glow, and you can grab it. Just be sure to bring it back.
See that one more time?
Sorry. This place has a lot of different books, especially on supernatural stuff and otherworldly things. Just think about what you want to learn or a book that you want. It'll glow. And, well, it'll probably be what you're looking for. Oh, big thing. If the room, I guess someone has a little bit of a mind of its own. If it doesn't feel you're ready for something, then it won't give you the information.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yes.
So, what do you want to learn? She kind of leans up on one of the books, or one of the shelves.
Starts trying to find books.
Azra doesn't say it out loud, but in the back of her mind, she just thinks the magic of my tribe.
You see a book glow. I assume you walk in and start looking for books on your ancestry.
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you walk in, since your mind is on that, there are books glowing.
I just
By the-
grab whatever one I can.
By the way, Will, remember when I brought out that book on the Goral book on the languages? Has that been a week so far?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess Sierra already put it back. So she knows Goral now. Awesome.
Yeah, you know a lot about the history of the Grawl there.
Wait, she knows what now?
History of the Grawl.
Oh, she has.
I've heard.
So do I get Goral more?
Yes.
What do I get?
What about
2 or 3?
3.
Nice.
And Azra, once you read the book, it'll take a week for you to read the book. Once you read the book, your Bubasti lore, if it's not already high, will be higher.
Okay. Right now, I technically don't have any.
Then you would get 3 in Bubasti lore.
Woo!
That's how much information it gives you. It gives you the whole history of Bubasti from start to present day.
Yes, coming for that ass.
Since you specifically are thinking of Bubasti magic, it does talk about it. A lot of it says that is basically, pretty much anything that Bubasti can think of. Any kind of magic they wish to create can be created.
weapons?
And so it begins.
Yeah, this stuff. This is the out of canon Will was talking about earlier.
But it adds to the knowledges and stuff. Which is the easier way to get some things. You wanted lore and stuff. There you go.
So I'm gonna start
She
thinking
actually-
about creating elements.
You find a book. It actually glows.
She starts reading that.
It's a bit more intense than you were expecting, but you can still understand it. Go
Now,
ahead.
Sierra thinks to the back of her mind, and she actually gets an idea. She thinks Gronwell.
What?
Her last name, Gronwell, like the ancestry. Her last name.
There's a book. It glows.
She goes over to it.
Like your character's history, you can make up whatever it is.
I can make up like well, not my history, but her ancestors.
Yeah, you can make up the ancestors.
Cool. I guess I'll put that on.
When it comes to personal characters, their backgrounds and stuff, you can make up whatever you want. Just pass anything like that by me.
Right,
just
I feel
basically
you.
what you decided to come up with, and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I'll send you like a
Usually
Word
I'll be pretty
document or
good about
something.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I get to it, I'll send you like a Word document or something, or I'll put it in
Because
the.
I'm not real worried about if you want to have a cool background, cool ancestor background, ancestry, that's fine. I don't
Could be
mind
a way
that.
to even get the ancestors' background.
Possible.
Possible. Yeah.
I'm not saying all that. But
Not saying that. Probably have to meet him in the Umber or go on a spirit quest, but hey. Well, she'll actually keep that and probably read through it later.
Okay. You guys think of anything else while you're there?
I'm just trying to think. How about she just looks up shifters and shifters in general.
Book closed.
She goes over to it.
So you're just thinking about shifters in general, just give you a generic overview of all the shifters. All of them.
She
Lost
flipped.
Tribes included.
Lost tribes include. Ooh.
Hashtag Camazotz. Oh my god, Camazotz.
Oh, there's more than just Camazotz. She actually goes over and says, "Oh, by the way, there's more than just Camazotz. Apparently, there's also Apis and Gronder."
As you're flipping through, you flip right to the section. Hey, look, there's Apis, the were-bison.
I'm just imagining that Sierra got a copy of Changing Breeds W20.
Pretty much. Yeah, basically what you got. It's not exactly set up like that because, for the game terms, they can't use their own game, which is weird.
Oh, I feel like that's hilarious as fuck.
Yeah.
So,
But that's basically what it is.
plus
It's the
1 to Dex. Azra, you get +1 Dex.
What is
Huh.
it?
Yes.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to remember the game company I used in the game.
Oh, hang on. Let
What was
me
it?
find it. Let me find it. I think I know what you're talking about. I'll get it for
It
you.
was like Black Dog Game Factory or something like that.
I think it was, yeah.
Well, Black Dog Game Factory, the system that brought out all the supernatural creatures. I think it was something like that, but anyways. Yeah, it's basically their version of the W20 Changing Breeds book.
Happy Time Toys is actually the one you put for board games and stuff.
Yeah, but there was one I think I mentioned it in the scene. It was like Black Dog Game Factory, which was like the creators of the role-playing games. Happy Time Toys did their own version, but it was kill all the vampires, kill all the, the were creatures, stuff like that. It was games targeting humans, having humans target the supernatural world.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm. And Happy Time Toys didn't actually put that out, but they're taking credit for it.
Human the protagonist.
Yeah, human the protagonist. Yeah, shit like that. But yeah, that's basically what Sierra gets, is basically the W20 Changing Breeds. It's by Black Dog Game Factory, which is shifters of the known world kind of book.
So it's just well, she thinks of something a little bit more like less from a corporate perspective and more from like an old book. Like she thinks of her old books that she makes every day. That sort of thing.
Okay. You find one.
I find one.
Yeah.
And she
The
goes
book
over.
is huge. I mean, it's big. It's really thick, and you can see it's the history of Gaia and her warriors.
This will be handy. She says to Ezra.
Yeah.
Out of character, you will rage multiple times.
Yeah, you're gonna read about the War Rage. You're gonna understand why people are not so friendly with the Guru.
I know exactly why I'm going to get into that 4th out of rage.
Yep, there you go.
This is interesting. And this can bump up my shifter lore, right?
Yes.
Cool.
It will bump up your shifter lore.
And then she'll verify it with like Diana and stuff like that. Talk about
Yeah.
it. One, there's
Diana
one-
doesn't know all of it. She doesn't know like a lot of things, but there's a lot that she's been taught. Because the girl tend to hand down history.
And
stuff like that.
she's an elder. She would probably know a lot of the lore.
Yeah, she does know a lot of the lore.
Yeah. Like rank 5 Geralt, you need 32 renown.
Yeah. Her lore sheet, I just don't want to get into. But
Don't worry about it.
Let's just say she knows a lot. That's like showing you Robert's sheet. You just would be terrified.
I remember watching like one of the ancient ones. I think for the Mountain Guardians, the ancient one in the Apocalypse book, and it was just for rights. It was just whatever he needs.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's pretty much Robert's. That's how I put it on this sheet is for Robert, rights and gifts, whatever he needs. Whatever he needs at the time. But there are some that he specifically has. He
By the
has
way-
Spirit of the Fray, by the way.
By the way, along with reading I think the next I'll post it in Blue Book, but I'm probably gonna have Sierra learn that fucking questing stone, right?
Well, that takes a week to learn, remember. Well,
I know that.
but you can do that and do other things, so
Yeah.
it won't limit you. You're not going to be seen locked.
Okay. Because that would be kind of brutal. Because it's meant for tabletop. It's just usually downtime. Learn the damn thing. But yeah. So she'll take this book. But she'll probably only read it while she's at the bookstore since it's really big. Doesn't want it to
Yeah,
get
it's
lost.
huge. I mean, that thing it weighs quite a bit.
So after work, she'll probably start reading through it. And whenever she's at work, she'll take an hour or two after work to read through it.
Ironically, you're going to learn about Robert in that.
Awesome.
He's much later on, but you're going to learn a lot about Robert.
Sweet.
One of the other things, once Tim comes back, one of the other things Tim will know about Robert, since he does have enough lore, is the fact that he's also known for standing up against a vampire elder.
He's known for standing what?
Standing up against vampire elder and defeating him.
Nice.
By the
His
way,
father
Ezra.
taught him some tricks.
By the way, Ezra, I recommend that when you start doing reading, you do it outside the room, because when you start reading in here, you can apparently lose track of a lot of time.
Lose track of time?
Yeah, I've been told that elders come in here, they would read in here, and when they picked up a book, and they would realize that they've been in here. They would feel like they've been in here for a couple hours, but they would feel like they've been in here for. They would actually be in here for maybe a day more. So best to read the books outside.
Fair enough.
All right, so I'll meet you outside. And she brings the book into her little workstation, or the big book. So Azra, what books did Azra get?
She just got the one that related to like her tribe. Well, Sierra doesn't know that. She just has a book.
Manipulation.
No, I was mainly saying it out of character. Just
Oh yeah, out of character. Yeah, it's the Bubasti.
Typical key depends on the
Yeah.
circumstances.
That will be the beginning of many awful things. Is there anything else we need to do in this?
no, not really, unless we want to bring Asran to the basement.
I don't think that's really good.
Yeah, I'm actually cool. I'm cool with just the lore, honestly. Like,
Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
believe me when I say, like, in like 3 months, Azur's not gonna need anything from the basement.
Well,
Uncle
Listen,
El should be able to talk about it.
Again,
really,
like if you just
some of
want
the
to,
things gotten from the basement they won't have an impact on the game. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm honestly cool just for having the floor right now. I don't need anything else. I put no.
Yeah, and by the way, when Sierra reads from the book, she'll go back and forth. Like she won't just leave it in there just in case Sasha reads it. She'll like, every time she's finished reading, she'll put it back where it belongs.
She wouldn't be able to read it.
Ah.
Actually, yes, she would. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
would be able to read. But specifically targeted so that certain people cannot read it. Like it turns up like Russian or German or a language they don't know. It's a way the books are protected from outside sources reading them.
Fair enough. So I think that's it with the scene. I think we're done. Oh, and I also told Azra about that the kids that they were kin of Apis Maunder and Camazotz. Okay, that's it. So thank you players for playing. Thank you for GMing. Anyone out there watching, have a good one.